It was great. I mean, I've seen that band play probably 200 times or something, and every night they were amazing. I never got sick of watching them.
He's rocking out hard, and he turns around to his head and goes wham, slams his face into the cat.
Why are you called Sleeping Time Trio when you have 4 people in the band? And we would get to answer that question over and over.
He hits the ground just screaming in pain, and everyone thinks he's just being emo, and nobody stops playing.
Yeah, we got a dude in Boston that comes out. He has to get a pass to leave the mental house when he comes to the show.
Before the show played, a friend of ours had a 40 bottle broken over his head.
If that's not rock star, I don't know what is.
I think overall it's just, a bunch of friends that's come together and made something happen.
Just got crazy. Slid downstairs on our chest.
He drops the flute quite a bit.
Brian, who was out of Greensboro, came up with a fat cash, and we couldn't say no. Nice kids who were really into doing shows. Everyone was doing punk shows.
Based on an idea of a community and documenting what a community does.
I am Jason Wood.
I'm Jonathan Fuller.
Cornbread Compton.
Keely Davis.
We're from Richmond, Virginia.
Band started in 96, right?
That feels good.
Yeah, it started in 96
Late 96.
in Harrisonburg, Virginia. We met through a rock lotto where people get together and they play different, they were kind of put these different bands they play one night, kind of saw each other and wanted to play each other and kind of continued to.
I also played the drums in a band called The Sleepy Time Trio on Lovitt. It was fun to do that in that band.
Hello, my name is Ben Davis. I have been in Sleepy Time Trio. I am currently in Bats and Mice, and I was in Mile Marker. And I also have a little solo project that everyone else on Lovitt plays on, just called Ben Davis. I think there are people that have been on more Lovitt releases, but I think I've been in more Lovitt bands solo than anyone else. What do you think?
It's not hidden away.
I'm Ash. Played drums in 400 Years.
And I'm Darren. I played guitar and sang in 400 Years, and I played with Bats and Mice, also guitar and singing. We actually hooked up with Lovitt through Sleepy Time Trio. We had met them in Richmond and done some touring with them, and we basically met Brian through them, and we were on another label at the time. It wasn't really working out all that well, and Brian just was interested, and it just seemed like a natural progression to go there, logical conclusion, because we were such good friends with Sleepy Time, and he was doing great things for them.
I'm not surprised that 400 Years is still popular because that shit was good.
With your last and running, listen not on text to me, you know it, right, you wrong, and whenever the path it is, you choose to follow, be sure it's you want, listen not on text to me, it's your own life running, too much wasted time, you want, right. Let's run, but yeah, just run. I'll ask myself, the questions are hard. Let's learn, forgive, to start again.
Ash and I started out playing in 400 Years together, and then we actually ended up in Bats and Mice, which originally was Jonathan and Ben and David from Sleepy Time Trio. They started as a three-piece, and then Jonathan left because he was just too busy with Engine Down and Denali, so they invited us to start playing with them. So the band ended up being, at least for one record, half 400 Years and half Sleepy Time Trios.
I used to be in a band called Attic Dogs and another band that was called, I think, Flush. The relationship between Sleepy Time and 400 Years is, I guess, from touring together, we just kind of became all best friends.
Well, and it was actually a really freaky thing. The first time we met them, we were on tour on our own in Canada, and they were on tour on their own in Canada. And we ended up on the same show, just thrown on the same show together, and we didn't even realize that they were from Richmond.
Oh yeah, we were like, you're from Richmond.
And they didn't realize we were from Richmond, so we didn't even know about each other, and we were kind of both starting out at almost exactly the same time. They had a 7-inch out, we had a 7-inch out. And they just kind of became our like sister band, you know, like everything that they wanted to do were the things we wanted to do, and we just ended up doing them all together, and it was great. I mean, I've seen that band play probably 200 times or something, and every night they were amazing. I never got sick of watching them, and I can't really say that about any other band.
started Sleepy Time as a I just wanted to do a rock project that didn't have to do with writing super long, intricate songs. And that's how it started. We wrote our first 6 songs in 2 weeks. And then it took us another 2.5 years to write the next 6. But
how'd you meet Ben and Jonathan?
I knew Jonathan when I was my freshman year, not my freshman year, but his senior year in high school. He was playing in a band called Herschel, and we would go to Roanoke, Virginia to play shows, and we played with this band. And like my senior year, he came to Harrisonburg to go to school, and I knew him through music, and I just loved the way he played drums, and he totally could freak out and be energetic. And Ben, I met my freshman year. He was a transferring sophomore, and we just kind of met in the first 2 weeks. He was one of the first people I met, and we just really got along right away. I mean, it was then another 2-3 years before we actually played music together, but we had been friends for so long, and I just loved the way his other bands, he would just freak out live, and it didn't really matter. I mean, the whole point of Sleepy Time was, at the beginning when it was just 3 of us, was just to like take 2 weeks, write 6 songs, and play, and sort of just watch it hopefully explode live and not really worry so much about the music. David came up sort of just one day. He came to Harrisonburg, because by then he was living in Richmond, and it was just like, you know, we had this end of this one song, and it was like, you know, let's just drag this part up, and at the very end of the show, just for dramatic sake, it'd be fun for you just to come up and plug in and just start playing. And that's what he did, and then and he was just a part of the band. It was just like, and then it seemed silly for us to change the name, especially since it made sense to.
Tell him if you mess with the duck, you get the bill. You know what I'm saying? All right. Sleepy Time. And then Bats and Mice is kind of. Rob Rouse is what? You know what I'm saying?
Every
Thank you. Thank you.
I met Brian fall of '96 at Dick Street. At the time, that was the punk house in Greensboro where a lot of bands played. That was the fixture in Greensboro. He was going to Guilford College, which was a small private school on the other side of Greensboro. It's just a small private school that, I don't know, it has a lot of art kids, some punk kids, and he was just involved in that scene. Lovitt Records had put out maybe 2 or 3 7-inches, like the Lovitt Empire, the Monarch. And Brian was living in this really small apartment. It was Lovitt. It was like you could sit on records, or you could sit on sleeves, or you could sit on inserts. And this is about the same time that Lovitt turned into more of a full-time priority, where they actually went from making 7-inches to LPs, helping smaller bands out. It's bands mainly from Virginia that he had met, or that at the time this guy named Shelby, which was helping out with Lovitt, met on the road. And Shelby was playing with Frodus. In the fall of I think it was maybe '98, I'd been with Brian up to DC and met some of the guys in Sleepy Time Trio, and they were informing me they were in other bands. One band was Jonathan was playing with MJ Down, and they were looking for a show in Greensboro. But the only place they could do a show, because Dick Street no longer existed, was this place called The Broken Window. And it was a dilapidated building that looked like a fire hazard. And the reason why it was called The Broken Window is because you literally had to crawl through a broken window in order to get inside.
The venue was called The Broken Window because you entered and exited through a venue through a broken window.
Which you had to lift your equipment through this window to hand to other people, which went through this
totally
rat
pitch
maze
black mouse trap,
and into this fire hazard of a room.
Nails and
Nails sticking out. Brian wanted to do a record for us.
Right,
he was seeing us at the venue.
Brian was wearing the hat of Lovitt A&R Scout that night at the Broken Window.
Yeah. Cornbread on the way.
What are you doing?
Cornbread on the way to meet this member plan in California left his plane ticket.
What does this have to do with anything, man? Crap! Why you gotta do me like that? I'm sick and tired of all these games. Dang! I'm about to go insane and lose my head. Shoot! What are you doing? I don't think I can take it much more. God!
being
what we're talking about.
label. It's the band calls the label person. It's not like the band calls their manager who calls that A&R person at that label who then gets in touch with their
And they all
owner
negotiate.
who's like, I don't know who that is. And then, you know, if I'm in a record store and they don't have our CD, I call Brian. Hey, Brian, this store actually doesn't have our stuff. They don't have Fin Fang Boom CD also, you know, good honor. And so...
Yeah, it's good to have the dialogue with the CEO of Lovitt Records. We can call him directly.
It's also too, I mean, we'll play with bands and we'll be like, gosh, band is awesome. They're just like we are. They're a band that just needs that record out so that they can tour more comfortably and have someone behind them helping them a little. So that's actually how a couple of the other bands that are on Lovitt actually got on Lovitt. Like, we played shows with Fin Fang Foom, you know, like, they're amazing. They just needed that extra help that Brian can do.
How much slice do you need up
Here we
on
are
that
at the Cat's
stage?
Cradle. Carborough, Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It is 2 different towns. Let's roll in.
So it's been a while since we played at the Cradle. Been a long time. Called Fin Fang Foom from Chapel Spill, North Cat. My name's Eddie.
My name's Carlton Glass. I'm Michael Triplett. I play guitar. We never really spent that much time soliciting our music to anyone. It was just kind of, you know, important for us to feel like the person that we're working with is going to be the person, you know, that's our friend, and that, you know, so having acquaintances and everyone being friends is definitely a huge part. And for us, as far as our label and how we want our music to be handled.
You know, we toured with Mile Marker and Engine Down, and we were kind of acquainted. And they just kind of helped us out, putting in good words for us. And
Ben Davis.
I gave Brian this really good massage.
You can answer that major label question. I'll answer right now.
One of our best tours was touring with Engine Down and a rookie program, because they're really good friends of ours, and we just have fun. It's kind of more like party on wheels.
Love it party, dog.
We got a dude in Boston that comes out. Well, he has to get a pass to leave the mental house when he comes to the shows, and he'll come up and sing a song and like totally freak out.
Good.
And it's awesome.
Good job.
We played at Hole in the Wall one time with Bats and Mice. It was with Bats and Mice, and every now and then I'd ask somebody to come up and sing a song if I wasn't gonna sing on it, and every now and then somebody will come up there and just freak out. And Shelby from Frodis came up there one time and just went nuts. It was pretty cool. Sang about pizza, ran around the whole place, tackling people, just going crazy.
You get out of here! Give Meredith the damn questions! Just go. My name's Shelby Senka. I play in the Black Sea, also played in Frodis, and I also play in the Cassettes with this gentleman here, Mr. Jason Hammaker.
Jason Hammaker? I passed.
Story started when I was playing in a little grunge band in high school called Limb Chip, Limbchip, and we lost our drummer. The singer at the time, I worked with Jason's mom. She told Jason about this, and Jason handed through his mother a videotape of him playing drums in no shirt, and we reviewed it and we thought it was cool, and then we ended up...
That is definitely true.
The practices were going weird because we generally had low-fi drum beats and Jason was a more aggressive drummer.
I'm aggressive. I came in, we started playing. The singer Dan left to play folk music in Old Town Alexandria.
Wait, but he left to play folk music. But what happened, basically he left one practice early, then Jason, Jim Cooper, and I, Jim Cooper was a bassist at the time, practiced before, like after Dan left early once. We wrote the first Frodis song, Computers. I met Brian when I was working at a record store in Fairfax, Virginia, Record Convergence, which for Jason and I and a lot of us kids at the time who lived outside of DC, more in the burbs, kind of went to find out about independent music and stuff. I started helping Brian and doing his ads for his actual mail order distribution company that he had before Lovitt became a label.
The way Frodis came into play with all this is I had contacted a band in Kennington, Maryland named Korn. They were the same age as us, kind of doing the same thing on the other side of the Beltway. Became good friends, and we had a couple songs that we wanted to put out on a 7-inch. So John Davis, formerly of Korn, currently in Q&U, and also of the band Man Attack, that people don't really know about, but there definitely was a band, John wanted to put out a 7-inch of Frodis. So, I don't remember how it happened, but both of them came together, and it's called the Formula 7-inch. And then down the line, Frodis had an unreleased song that was actually supposed to be on a 7-inch in Sweden for a first European tour. That was supposed to be a split 7-inch with Man Attack, but for whatever reason it never came out in the United States. We ended up rewriting it. It turned into the song Invisible Timelines on the Frodis Conglomerate International. So, all you diehard QAnon youth fans, find Man Attack.
What's up? He's got one! He's got Woody! I do not!
We never did get to play with Man Attack, which I kind of regret.
But they were not a Lovitt band.
Yeah, but I really wish we would have. They were really awesome.
Frodis played with a few bands on Lovitt.
Played 400 Years, Sleepy Time Trio. We played with Sleepy Time Trio in 400 Years quite often.
We actually moved 400 years from Arizona without Ash joined when we moved to Virginia, and we saw him play in a band when he was like 15 or something, and he was just this little scrawny kid with huge glasses behind the drum kit. The reason we decided to move the band from Tucson to Richmond was just because Tucson is in the middle of nowhere, basically, and it's really hard to be in a touring like hardcore band from Tucson because it's virtually impossible to tour. Everything's so far away. But Richmond, everything's really close. There are a lot of other bands doing similar music to us in that area, and it just made a lot of sense to relocate the band. It was the best decision we ever made. 400 Years' original bass player was Erin Householder, and she actually moved from Arizona with us originally, and she was an original member of the band, a founding member of the band, and she was with us for the majority of the band's life, I guess, and definitely through most of the recordings.
Erin left because I guess some of us were having a hard time getting along, and she felt that in, I guess, that time in her life, she didn't need to be in a band with people she didn't get along with anymore. So she left, and Bull was on tour with us at the same time, roadieing. So she started teaching him the bass lines, and he became the bass player.
Ash and I have actually been in 4 consecutive bands together, and I think the reason for that is that we've just connected really musically. We've lived together for a time too, you know, we're just close, and Ash has always been there to support me in any like project pretty much that I wanted to do, and he's a great drummer and a great musician, and it's always just made sense for us to play together. So it's not even something we really thought about very much, it just kind of ended up happening naturally. So
I love you.
Drew organized this whole Sleepy Time Trio experience. Drew was the mastermind. He pulled us out of the mud. I actually played with Drew when he was starting Maximilian Kolbe. I played drums with Drew and I had no idea of what he was talking about. I could not follow him at all because he was playing in multiple time signatures, and I was like, what are you doing? So he remembered that when he wanted a band that was taking a break from multiple time signatures and brain teasers, he asked me to play in Sleepy Time Trio, which was supposed to be like a straight ahead dumb rock, like angst rock band, just be as straightforward and rocking as we could. Are you running that tape?
Maximilian Kolbe did break up. The reason that Max Kolbe stopped playing shows, obviously, was because our bass player died or was killed or whatever you want to call it. The short story is Bob Boehner was recovering heroin addict and on methadone, and one of the things he was doing was drinking a lot. And essentially, one night, a lot of people, he included, were at a bar, and there was a homeless person in Richmond that was being, across the street, they could see through the window, he was being brutalized by a few bike cops. He ran out and jumped on one of the bike cops, like a mountain bike cop's bike, and tried to pedal away and have him be chased and then leave the guy alone, or he could get away. I don't think he synthesized the plan that far, but when he jumped on the bike, he realized there was a lock on it. I mean, the cops immediately grabbed him and drug him across the street, I'm told, by his hair, and beat him up and then threw him in jail for the night. 2 nights later, Sleepy Time Trio played a show down in Richmond, and I saw Bobby. He was beaten up. He'd just gotten out of jail. There were scabs all over his face. And then within 24 hours, he was dead. And because his health care sucked, and he was living in the inner city, and he didn't have health care to speak of, really. When he was brought to the clinic, they thought he had a brain aneurysm and treated him for that, and he died pretty soon, within hours of getting to the hospital. They realized pretty quickly after that he had died of spinal meningitis that he caught in the jail cell due to one, his immune system was down because of his addiction, but because of the open wounds on his face, of course, the doctor said he would, of course, be more susceptible to something like spinal meningitis. And the story I got was that a few other people in the jail cell also caught meningitis. So that's what really happened.
my parents were both music majors, and they tried to get me to play music growing up, and I hated it, and I ended up just playing the drums. But I did take some drum lessons, but then I realized that I really actually sucked at drums and quit in high school. And then, appropriately enough, started playing drums again for mile marker. That was when I first started playing drums again since I quit in high school. I did play some drums in the church rock bands that my dad would always try to start at the churches. Those were pretty sweet. The contemporary praise the God, the Lord music rock band in the church. That was pretty awesome. I didn't really leave mile marker, they left me. They moved to Chicago, and they wanted to tour full time, go all year round, and I could not go all year round because I was going to have a kid. So I was going to get a job and stay here, and they wanted to keep going on tour. So they moved to Chicago, kept touring. Those guys stay with me all the time. Al and I are involved in doing a band together still, and Dave just played on my solo record, so those guys are an everyday part of my life still.
Puff Daddy's gonna want to do a remix of that pretty soon.
guitars, one guy. This one goes out to the special ladies.
That's actually, it's not on.
No shit.
Well, there's a lot of girls in Chapel Hill, and they're real pretty, and I don't know, that's cool.
Dude, it's a speed bump.
We got Brian Lovitt in
We're
the
on
house.
tour right now.
We're on tour.
We're touring Chapel Hill.
Where we started out in was in Jacksonville, Florida. The reason why we came to North Carolina was because it was a central location as far as touring East Coast. And any band you want to see comes here, and it's a nice little small town.
I think in Chapel Hill, there's definitely a lot more support for music, so I think that was part of the reason, you know, just that it is a town that is built up a little bit more, that does support arts in general. Playing house shows is something that we've always loved to do, and you know, we play clubs, we play anywhere. It's just anywhere where there's going to be people that will appreciate the music, I think is the most important thing.
We back up Ben Davis Band. We've only done it so far for live shows. We've worked new stuff out but never recorded it. Ben Davis is in a process of recording right now. So he has so far members of, you know, Bats and Mice and Engine Down. We're gonna go back in and record, you know, some songs with them, with Ben. And I don't know, it's fun playing with Ben. I respect what he does, and I'm really into it. It sounds good, and he's a really sexy dude. While we were playing with Ben Davis Band, we played with Engine Down, and we just got crazy. Slid downstairs on our chests, and
Eddie fell down the steps with his amp in his hand. So then it just turned into stairs sliding. After he fell down about 10 steps, he just decided to keep doing it. That was pretty fun. Lost his glasses and a cabinet. It was pretty humorous.
Take it home.
live, this band comes off a lot more forcefully, and the band is allowed to get into a groove a lot more than they do on the album. And this comes out well in a song like the 2nd of February, where the band really got going and Keely's voice sounded good. So, if you like indie rock that you have to sort of delve into to fully appreciate, I'd recommend Engine Down, and you can check them out at www.lovitt.com.
Engine Down? Indie rock? That doesn't sound so punk rock to me. Well, maybe these commercials are punk rock. Stay tuned.
James Harley Robbins Jr.
Junior?
Yeah,
There's another one out there. Hey, Junior!
Junior!
How'd you like your licking out there?
You're all. Yeah, that fill was a little weird.
Hey!
Make him say hey again.
Hey! 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 Hey!
I guess there's nothing stopping me from recording this, right?
Right.
Just go over it.
Except for an insane.
Plug it in. Plug it in. You gotta put it in a
Destroyed. Destroyed.
What was that?
I would have noticed it. I think I would have noticed it if it was fucked up.
I thought you said you heard something else.
I said I'm really fucked up, so I don't think I would have noticed it.
Enough of this, have you?
I played with Engine Down, I think their first show in Harrisonburg. Is it their first show? One of their first shows
We
they
played
ever
with them one of
played.
their first shows in Philly with 400 Years.
I remember that. involvement with Lovitt, helping Brian when the label first started, even before the label started, it was mail order. I was helping Brian doing design for the ads that he'd run in different fanzines and whatnot. And then when he actually started the label, doing ads for that, and then kind of started to kind of help him find some bands. Basically, since I played in a band, you know, I tended to run in more circles with musicians and whatnot, and the bands for us we played with at the time and stuff. So I'd suggest bands to Brian. One of them, Sleepy Time Trio. For a while, I was a little more active with, you know, talking to the bands and organizing the A&R sort of thing that Lovitt does, even though I wouldn't say that Lovitt does anything quite like it, because it's more of kind of like a Discord aesthetic where everyone's kind of friends and they know each other. We made 400 Years mugs, because they really wanted like a different sort of merchandise to sell on tour. You know, everyone had t-shirts, blah, blah, blah. They wanted travel mugs, so we made 400 Years travel mugs. And the thing that I wish we would have done that we spoke about was 400 Years travel mugs, engine down toothbrushes, you know, Sleepy Time Trio, dental floss, Frodis, handy naps. You know, we never continued that. We just did the travel mug, and unfortunately, I think Brian still has the travel mugs because they just didn't sell that great. And I don't know, a neat little fact that we didn't go on. Oh, dude, that's insane! What the hell are you doing?
Come today for you to get it out. It had to come today to see that after all this time you had to spend it out. You had to spend it out to break. It had to come today for you to get it out. It had to come today to see. You got the right to say, think the word, and the radio. You got the right to violate, word, and the radio. You got the right to say, think the word, and the radio. You got the right to violate, word, and the radio. You to say it, and I'll notice now. Just want you to say it, did you learn now? Just want you to say it, and I'll notice now. Just want you to say it, did you learn from me? I'll shut you wide, mine. And I'll push you wide, mine. I'll shut you wide, mine. I'll push you wide, mine. Don't want it back. Watch mine. Don't want it back. Watch mine. Don't want it back. Watch mine. Don't want it back.
400 Years basically broke up because we were all in different places. We had our bass player Bull was in Philly, and it was kind of hard to get band practices together, and it just kind of slowed down. It wasn't really a rough breakup or anything like that. It was just more like it just kind of faded out.
The nice thing about it being like an intentional ending is I think we kind of all knew that we had taken that music about as far as we felt like we could take it, and but by knowing that we were going to end it, you know, we were able to play like our last shows in a very organized way and promote them as our last shows, and that was really fun. It was really nice to have everybody come out and support us and play with the bands that we'd kind of come up playing with. Mile Marker and Engine Down were both with us on some of those last shows. And it made it really fun to do it in that way. The whole idea of Lovitt being a family is pretty obvious, and I'm sure everyone who's watching this is figuring it out by now, that all the bands kind of ended up sharing a lot of members, and future bands ended up sharing members. And that's a great thing about a lot of independent labels, from like Discord to Saddle Creek to, you know, and any label that's really like that. It's based on an idea of a community and documenting what a community does. And Lovitt's been great about that, and all of us have played with each other, toured with each other, and it's just, it makes for a lot of fun and a really like family feel to a label and being a part of something.
Lock me into your eyes. Please come and make it worth my while. If you show me your military smile, I will show you where we both will lie. Trust you and cooperate. Please to show you safe. Trust you and separate. Coming up.
My favorite thing about being on Lovitt has definitely been the camaraderie between all the people involved. I think everyone's just put everything they have into like making music, worked 2-3 jobs to go on tour. Everyone does everything they can to make something happen. So that's my favorite part. And just hanging out with the dudes.
Working with Lovitt has been great because it's more of a family. It's not.
Right.
It's not. you know, an impersonal label. You know, it's like I talk to Brian pretty much every other day on the phone, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with the band. I think overall it's just, you know, a bunch of friends that's come together and made something happen.
and it's fun.
We have our second fantabulous set of guests here today. They are one of the most futuristic bands of the present. We'd love to welcome the Rob-Rahs here to Chicago. Yay! Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. And where are you guys from? I know he's from India, but where are you from?
Richmond.
Richmond, India?
Virginia. No.
Oh, Virginia. Oh, Richmond, Ohio.
Richmond, Indiana.
Oh, something like that. Well, welcome to Chicago anyway. Why is the name of your band the Rob-Rahs?
It's an anagram for
Harpros.
Harbars.
Harpos. Oh.
For Oprah.
That's why you're in Chicago. Now I get it. Boy, you guys are complex and very international, and you like monkeys. You're so welcome here.
So, David, tell us about Sleepy Time Trio.
Well, hold on.
Ask yourself that question.
Dude, you look like a tourist.
Is this a poster?
I'm not being hostile, dude. We're staying in a hostel, Brian.
Fucking hostile.
What, dudes?
Hi. Does this bus go to Central Station?
I think it might be 2 stops before Central Station, but...
Please sit in your back straight tables and sit down, please.
Things are going well for me. My dad is doing well.
Hey!
You got great big balls of steel. It ain't nobody. You ain't taking shit from nobody. It feels good.
Oh my god.
I've aged a lot in this last month.
Yeah?
I
think we all have, maybe a little bit.
Only one carry-on. She said one small carry-on and one.
Alright, I'm gonna fade out and then we're gonna be in America. Alright, here we go.
Keely and I actually laugh at each other sometimes while we're playing because you just get so comfortable and you're just having so much fun, especially on the good nights. Keely spit at me.
It's awesome.
Dude,
rockin', man.
Spit on my face. For some reason, I didn't frown or anything. He just spit at me, and I was still like.
It's because you were smiling so big, and I was just like, hey, just see if I can get a reaction out of it.
I can't help it. What's more awesome than rocking in a band?
There's the clockwork nights where it feels good, and then there's like beyond that where, you know, like we start improvising and we're all in unison, we're all in sync, and like nobody's thinking about anything, it's just happening naturally. And I hope that the handful of people that have seen that will remember it, and that it feels the same to them as it does to us, because it's really sort of important to me, and it's one of the best feelings that I ever have when that occurs, and I really hope that we convey that, and I hope that it's memorable.
Picture perfect release temperature. Fill this room.
much. Good night. Thank you so much.
The community of Lovitt has, man, I don't know what to fucking say about
All right,
this.
I'll take it. All right, when you hear one you can handle, let me know. Anyway,
Jason, give us some Danzig.
We'll take you down. Take you. Whoa. Take you. Whoa. Come on.
Did you ever drop the flute?
Yeah, a couple times.
He drops the flute quite a bit.
What's up? Oh, hello, my lady. Will you allow me to put that Slurpee on my gold credit card, please?
Ah, yes, sir. Your credit card's been rejected.
What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home? I am man! Oh shit!
Our agreement was definitely. Hurry up! I mean, I'm not one to be reckoned with, you know what I mean? Like, I can't take this crap from you, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe I'm having this conversation on a pink phone. This is over.
I'm letting the secret out. This is gonna be a DVD, so please go with us. So pretend it did not happen. You ready? Are y'all ready? You did not see this happen.
One more thing then.
I'm out.
All right. The DVD's over. You put that in the end.